So hello everyone and welcome back to the Software Defined Space Conference here in Tallinn in Estonia, and we just saw a very cool act on stage. I'm here with, well, basically the future of space exploration. The future is no longer people like myself. One of you made that very clear. But it's really in these very young people. Now, tell us a little bit about, and maybe you hold the microphone, tell us a little about the Estronaut program. What is it, for who is it, and why are you standing here at this conference today?
So Astronaut project was made by AHA and the Estonian Government to encourage young people to participate in more space. We had different competitions which were inspired by real astronaut competitions, and at the end, the cherry on top was a parabolic flight in Bordeaux, France, which I guess was a life changer to ones who got there.
Well, perhaps this life-changing thing, Kailis, maybe you can explain a little bit about what the idea of this competition was and how many people entered and how many people finished.
So at first there were about 200 people, so ages 13 to 19, and then there were like 150, 150, 25, and then there were 16 of us left who had to do a little group presentation to see how we worked in a team and how we answered a few questions. And then the top 10 were picked out who got to go on the flight, and the other people were put into a tier list. So if anyone couldn't participate for medical reasons, then someone from the tier list could go.
This is pretty realistic, and maybe Sarah, you can answer how this reflects the real astronaut selection and training process.
The real astronauts have to be fit. They can't be round. They can't have a small knowledge about the world itself, about the space itself. They have to work great in teams. It would be great if they were great leaders, but also they could listen to others, and that was exactly what we had to do.
Okay, maybe Emily, you can talk a little bit about the flight itself. How was that?
I think the flight was the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life. You practically can't explain what happened there. It's so surreal that you won't experience it, I think, ever again. No, if you have thousands of, then you can go and enjoy the flight again. But it's so unique, and just I'm out of words. After the flight, I think everyone was a bit confused what just happened. So I think I'm still just confused at what happened and where I was. So yeah.
Well, let's look a little bit about that, and that's the last question. Timofey, maybe you can help us a little bit. The point of the astronaut program is educational, is for outreach, is to stimulate children your age, students your age, to consider a career in science or in space specifically. What exactly do the astronauts do to promote that here in Estonia?
We are, as astronauts, we are, just students, even school students, doing some cool stuff, going to conferences, being on social media, trying to promote that kind of project, trying to promote space, showing that actually space is not so far away from us, and no matter what person you are, how old you are, you can show your interest in space industry and eventually become either an astronaut or take part in other activities related to space.
How old are you?
I am 15.
Okay. Kailis, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14.
Turned 14 yesterday.
Congratulations, happy birthday.
And I'm 13.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, we had some participants who were a lot older than us. 19 was the last barrier after which you couldn't get in. Just today, we have quite a low plank. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And actually, I entered the competition illegally because I was 12 and you should have been 13. So yeah, I'm the smallest kid in the whole competition, and I made it. So it's pretty spectacular, I think.
Now, stay with me because you had social media training. How important is social media for this promotion of?
Basically, if you didn't do social media, you were kicked out of the competition, and if you didn't do it efficiently, then the astronaut juries were like not motivated by you, and they're like, you don't want to be exactly here, and you're not motivated enough. So maybe you needed this is the problem why you needed to do it.
Oh, so social media. Some of our accounts weren't large. I've personally, I had only 50 followers, mostly of astronauts. But some accounts, for example, Katarina As, who dropped out of competition very sadly, she had 400 or even more followers. So I think she really influenced the people, the young people here in Estonia, to maybe just see an opportunity in space.
Okay. Now you're a lot younger than I am. I work in social media for space. What is the channels that you used, Kailis?
Well, we had to post on Instagram, so that was the only thing that we had to officially do. And then we also had some other videos that we had to send them, and we could post them, but we didn't have to. But I would also like to point out that with the social media and the homework that we had to stand out with it, because one of the homework that we got was to make a video about a math problem and a physics problem. And a few people, some people fell out due to not doing their homework or not doing it good enough, which means that they didn't stand out. They did a boring exercise or something, so they just didn't get further.
Okay. Now, Sarah, how do you make the story of astronauts cool for other 13, 14, 15-year-olds in Estonia?
There are really many ways how to do that. Maybe visit a place that's currently popular and somehow make it full of space, space-themed facts. Maybe go there with your alien toy or anything like that. Maybe you can, I don't know, even like bake something or watch the asteroids or anything. Because this competition, this is already it's popular, so maybe you don't even need to do something so surreal to stand out.
Out of my maybe personal experience, which is not so much, I could say that the most important part of story on Instagram and somewhere on social media or video is the quality of how you do it. Okay. Is the editing good? Is the music good? The reels and the shorts and the TikToks are made the way you could really put a garbage information to it, but if the quality of production is good, it can still go viral. So if you get a good production and if you get a good quality of information about space, about technologies, other stuff, you could really get an impact on young people just by posting some reels or shorts into YouTube.
Okay, very cool.
I think also relatable things sell pretty big among teens. So when some teens saw like, oh, I want to do that too, or this seems pretty cool, it maybe has a bigger impact on teens than just random posting. So yeah.
Okay. One final question, maybe for you, Emily. You're still wearing your uniform. The astronaut program is finished, but it's not finished. How does this continue?
I don't even really know. We are just notified when we need to go somewhere, and I still somehow the costume is in my room. And every time I go to bed, I look at it like, oh, I want to wear that again. And every time I wear it, it's really happy with my friends always.
The whole program is finished, but our astronaut group still keeps going. We still talk weekly or even daily. Conferences like that. We meet up, we talk about it, and even in our schools, some teachers say, "Oh, hey, could you please come and talk about it in my lesson?" So it still keeps going.
So that is realistic as well, and this is really the last thing I want to say. This is realistic because when astronauts come back from space, this is their life. They wear their uniforms. They will probably not fly again, but that becomes their job, is to go to schools and talk to children and then become these outreach personalities.
No matter the project has finished, we still get plenty of opportunities, and I'm really happy that I participated. And if such a project comes to life once more or several times more, I encourage everyone who has an opportunity to do that. Please participate. Please try yourself in something new. It's really cool. It's really fun.
And I like to end with that note because that is an important message. I hope to see all of you in the space program in, I don't know, 10 years perhaps. And that's a good thing because Estonia needs you. Estonia is building a space economy, as we call it. Estonia needs young people. They don't need people like myself. I'm too old. In 10 years, I matter even less than I do today. So thank you very much for showcasing the new role models that Estonia has in you, and please keep up the good work. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
Estronaut!
Excellent. Thank you.